everyone, thanks for tuning again for one of our videos. This one today is going to be a continuation, part of the series Associates, part 4B. This, of course, we're focusing on Thomas Williams and how this all links in with Kim. Now, in our last one, of course, it was Kim and Thomas in a mental institute, how they met, and of course how things have unravelled from there, with Kim definitely been getting into Thomas's head, and things started to kind of go downhill after that for him, because he started to get into more and more, I would say, dodgy things, and more and more crooked type people came on Cosmic Voice that he was the anchor man for, you know, if that's what you want to call it. But this guy, I might as well say his name now, it's Navin Chandra Naidu. He's a man with many names, which I'll cover in a minute. But that's the video today, and it's probably going to cover maybe 3 videos, this, because it's minefield of data. We've actually been lucky because one of our Team Bubba members was investigating the likes of Thomas Williams, Neil Keenan, and we call him Dr. Naidu for now, well before we were, and they've already, we'll put links to their Facebook page as well for you to have a look, well before we did. So we're really grateful for them for starting the ball rolling before us. So this rolling on, let's do a recap of what happened in the last one. Like I just said, Thomas Williams, it looks like, I think I might have to do a correction. He'd been in the UK a lot longer than 2008. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 years before. I'm beginning to understand, my understanding. So we'll probably get a definite date when he entered the US. But he was, you know, him going into a mental institute and meeting Kim definitely was the downfall of everything for him. He seemed to think that he'd become, because he's got his own radio show now, he calls it radio show, it's just disinformation that he puts out, and he's more into the coin than he set out to, which was to wake people up and pass knowledge on to people. That's what desperation does to you. You start to make things up. You don't want people to lose concentration or to think, this guy's had enough now, gone to someone else. So they start to make shit up. And that's exactly what Kim does as well. So, to start off with, Navin Chandra Naidu. Okay, so this guy has, like I said, multiple names. Now, I'll go through some of the names, and this list was given to us by the group of people that we told you, that I just mentioned. I've got the Facebook page. Okay, so I'll start from the top. So he classes himself as a judge. So Judge Navin Chandra Naidu, Navin C Naidu, Judge Navin C Naidu, Chief Justice Silver Cloud, Chief Judge Silver Eagle, Chief Sec AM Tech Tribe, Hong Kong Chief Justice Royal Borneo Nations, Neoh Weng Wah, that's what he has on his passport apparently, Musafir Aidun NC Naidu, Dr. Aidun, Dr. Naidu, Aidun Naidu, T. Whetu Rongo, Dr. Navin Chandra, GM Naidu, Anand Naidu, and Chief Legal Counsel for the Sultanate of Sulu. There you go. He's got more titles than Kim. She's probably pissed off about that. But so yeah, it's a massive. Where do you start with that? You can do thousands and thousands of job search angles to it, and you'll come up with so much stuff. And I think a lot of these people have these titles and names purely so they can find it difficult for people like the likes of us to find information on them. So before I play some of this audio where how it links Thomas Williams to this heavily, a little bit of very short background on Dr. Navin Judge Naidu is that he was part of this what are called monetarised COLB, which was to do with birth certificate bonds. And like I say, I won't go into it too much, but he puts out onto the internet, and he's been doing it in multiple countries. And like I said, he's been on Thomas Williams' show. He's also been on Circle of White Light. I think back then it was called the Open Your Mind with Alan James. And he was also on Cosmic Voice, and he was putting out basically, I can get you millions of pounds. All you got to do is send me $250. Send me a birth certificate and baptism certificate, and once I've got 20,000 people that have sent me their birth certificates, including the fee of £250, euros, dollars, I get confused with all them names, then I'll be able to activate something that will then release a bond and then I can transfer $5 million to your bank account. And believe me, a lot of people went in for this, and I think he got up to like 50% of. He must have had about 10,000 people sent in $250, plus another $50 apparently for admin fee. So that's it in a nutshell. He's done a lot more, a lot more. This is just covering one subject at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, he was on Thomas Williams' show, Cosmic Voice. I won't play them, but he was on there multiple times, Cosmic Voice. And Thomas Williams on many occasions was defending him when people were saying, this ain't right, this is a bit of a scam and all this lot. And Thomas was saying, basically on your bike and people getting blocked and stuff. And the group I was talking about, its Facebook page, they were the ones that were also coming forward and saying, this Judge Naidu guy is fake. And they found a lot of information on it about him being a fake judge, about him being arrested, put in prison. He's so much to talk about on this guy. But I'm going to give you a taster of what this guy is like. He's comical. He really is comical. I mean, it just proves that all these grifters, scammers, they're like car salesmen. They'll get you to buy anything. You got to listen to this guy, and I'm telling you now, you'll have a giggle the way that he responds and the way he has with words, and that's how we can pull people in. And like I said, this is a big subjects, these are, and that's why it's taken us so long to get around to do it. It's fitting it all together, and it's really difficult. So it might be bouncing about back and forth a few times. So bear with us, and let me roll the audio files, and come back to you in a minute.
I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm very, very angry with what's happening.
Yes.
And the people are doing nothing. Oh, let's go and listen to what this maniac has to say today. Yeah, I heard Naidu is on. He's going to rant and rave. Well, it has become entertainment. Oh, today is Friday, Thursday. Oh, we have to do the Cosmic Voice show. Oh, Colb, C-O-L-B is on Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday is my daughter's ballet. Oh, Tuesday is my son's karate. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sunday is church, yes.
Is there any recourse or any materials that are available for the likes of the Robert Careys the James R. Webber and the Decker
Okay.
Ape,
Okay.
who are
Now,
accusing you of being a crook.
Yeah. All these people who have taken it upon themselves to call me a crook, whatever, here's what I want you to do, okay? Go to scripturallaw.org. That's my website. www.scripturallaw.org, scripturallaw.org. And I'm assuming you can read, okay? So please forgive me if I'm presumptuous. I have this habit. I always presume that you can read and you're smart. Now, being further presumptuous, when you, and I'm hoping and I'm also presuming you're computer savvy, click on credentials, credentials, okay, credentials. And you'll see a bunch of documents there. These are documents issued by people who appointed me their judge or their ambassador, okay? All you need to do is to hit the view button, I think, and it says zoom in, zoom out. You'll find a name of somebody who appointed me with an email address and a telephone number. Call them and ask them if they did appoint me. Okay?
Yes.
Then, if you want to know what happened in Fiji, go to Fiji Fracas and look at the court order that the Fiji court issued under bail conditions. Look at number 7. It says he is to refrain from political participation. Doesn't say he, and when you're satisfied, right?
Yes.
That I'm not a crook, then you can start another smear campaign. How's that? You see, you were born stupid. Your middle name is stupid. All right? It is your right to be stupid, and I challenge you. I challenge you to take me on in a public debate. Take me on. I've called you stupid 3 times. I'll call you stupid again for the 4th time. All right? So before you start a smear campaign with your pseudonyms and your nom de plumes or your nom de guerre, oh, by the way, again, I'm presumptuous. I'm thinking you're educated enough to understand French and Latin. If you don't, epigrammata mater, pedicabo eam, stultissimo, too bad. Okay? With that, I yield the floor.
Right. Thank you very much for coming on and educating us
Tommy,
again.
Thank you. Tommy, I apologize if I am angry. I'm still angry. And as far as those apes and gapes and whatever, you know, who doubt me, challenge me, man. Challenge my knowledge. Face-to-face public debate. No teleprompter. No secret devices. Nothing. Face-to-face. Take me on. And by the way, put $1 million on the side, because that's the bet if you lose the debate. $1 million, which my people will count. Thank you, Thomas.
Well, thank you for coming on and educating us all. You know, it's always a pleasure to have you on, and hopefully you'll come back again soon. And the idiots who doubt or question have done their due diligence. Hi all, and welcome back to the second hour this evening, and I'm delighted to have on where are we? That's it. I'm delighted to eventually, I will get round to it, to have Dr. Naidu back. Of course, those of you who have followed us over from Cosmic Voice know that he used to entertain us rather well on the shows we had on there. I was surprised today to realise it was 9 months since the last one. Time has really flown over. It's Friday morning. So how have you been?
Busy. Busier than the devil, busier than the Pope, busier than the President. Not necessarily in that order. I'm handling a lot of Aboriginal stuff here in Borneo and Australia. So that's taken its toll, not on me, on the government, that is, when we prove to them that they are the Johnny-come-lately. They can't simply walk into someone's territory and unfurl the Union Jack and say, in the name of the Queen or some king, we take your land.
So, how are we doing with the monetized COL?
Well,
can you give a brief... we've got a lot of new listeners to this show. There's a lot more
we have close to
than Cosmic Voice.
Yes, we have close to 4,420 participants. The money that was sitting there has started to multiply, but we can't use it until I produce 20,000 birth certificates. And then we have launched what's known as a 2-for-1 deal. It's all there on www.monetizecolb.org. All the details and everything is there. And, we're chugging along. We recently have reason to believe that somebody will step forward and supply us with the money and the 15,550 birth certificates that we need. Tom and I are actively discussing this with this particular gentleman and his group.
Yeah.
And I've told him we've been talking about this, NATO, another NATO thing, and you got till February 15th to produce, and otherwise we'll have to look at other alternate ways of reaching the 20,000 birth certificates. I don't understand why people are not anxious and eager and enthused and motivated and encouraged. I don't know. I'm not into sales and marketing. And so that's where we are, folks. 4,420 have signed up. I can tell you 85% of them are from overseas.
Overseas, as in outside of America?
Yeah. About 65% from Asia. And some from Australia, some from Spain, some from Portugal, some from England, Germany, Finland, South America.
Cool. Sounds good. Hopefully, you can get a few more in, and we can get some help to those people. Maybe the foundation can help at a later date. We'll see.
Yeah. In fact, the formula, why this will work, how this will work, everything has been thoroughly and painstakingly described and proven, evidenced.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions that comes up the minute it gets mentioned, and I always get asked, and perhaps I'd like you to address it, is given it's based on the birth certificate, which has a monetary value, a fairly high monetary value.
Yeah.
Who is in control of the birth certificate once it goes onto the new platform?
There is no one in control of your birth certificates simply because you're sending us a copy. Now, that copy is not apostilled or it's not even attested. We just want proof that you are who the document says it is. The birth certificate is just a paper copy of your identity, and the birth certificates are used, to use the word used, as a backup asset. The real asset that goes into play is your $500 that's pooled to buy an IBOE. So the question should be who's in control of the money, rather than who's in control of your birth certificate. Because they really have no control over your birth certificate. They cannot have control over your birth certificate because it's not the original or an apostille of the original. Now, and even if they have the original, what are they going to do with it?
Well, obviously these the birth certificates, as we found out over the last few years, with people like yourself and some
Yeah.
others, are currently being traded by somebody on the stock
Yes.
market. I think the concern of one or two who were asking the question was, well, is the birth certificates, as we know it, are being controlled via the Vatican, and if it
Okay, my email is knowledgevillage80a@gmail.com. That's knowledgevillage80a, lowercase, A as in apple, @gmail.com. Our website is www.scripturallaw.org. SCRIPTURALLAW, one L, scripturallaw.org. And the other website is www.monetizecolb, certificate of live birth, that is, monetizecolb.org.
What did I tell you? I said he was a character, wasn't he, eh? Because some of the things he said. So he's calling people stupid. And those are the ones that are calling him out to be fake. And these particular ones he's calling out are not part of the group I mentioned. But Thomas Williams says, like, you know, what do you think, you know, what can you say about these guys that are calling you fake? And he kind of just goes off on one, tells people to go to his scripturallaw.com, and you can click on credentials and you'll see who's appointed him as judge. Well, the only people that have appointed him as judges are the ones that are in on the scam, which are King Edmund Silver and some other ones. Which King Edmund Silver is the guy that claims to be the king of the Kingdom of Hawaii. Yeah, now you know where Kim got her idea from. For the Kingdom of Mana. Before she brought that in, the Kingdom of Hawaii was brought in. So there you go, you see the pattern? Where Kim has been involved in this right from the beginning. So he said, look at his credentials, and there's nothing there apart from that. And he goes on about the arrest in Fiji, where we found the information where he got arrested because they didn't seem as a credible lawyer, never mind a judge. And that was a while back. And then so then Thomas says to him at the end, you know, these idiots that are accusing you, they should do some due diligence. Well, it's funny you should say that, Thomas. Why don't you do any? Because we've done some due diligence on him. It took us a long time because there's so much on there. It's so much. As soon as you get a couple of pages of it, you think that would be enough. You'd think, I better not. I don't need any more information. I've got enough here. There's tons of stuff on him. About him being a fake judge, about him ripping people off, you name it. The characters he's been involved with. He's been in loads of scams with Neil Keenan. Never mind the Kingdom of Hawaii, and also making out that he's, and we'll go into that more, he's selling, he's proposing education so you can learn how to be a lawyer for what he's talking about for for native people around the world. If you want to learn about the native laws, and he's talking about Aboriginal, he's talking about ones from parts of Africa, you name it. He seems to think that he can train you to be a lawyer in 18 months. but it's going to cost you $30,000. Anyway, that's something else to go into later. So what else did they ask him? Thomas asks him, so where are we with the COLB, C-O-L-B, which is the birth certificate bond? Well, we call it scam because it definitely is. And of course they've got a target of 20,000 birth certificates. It costs you a minimum of $250 for an admin fee, or to pay to get this information back for you. So between $250 and $500. Now he admitted that he's got 4,420 participants. So getting the calculator out, he's made a minimum of $1,105,000. Now his target is $5 million. That's not including the extra thousands and odd $50 that they've asked for as well, because they needed more money. So let's square it up to $1.5 million. He's ripped people off. And this is between 2014 and 2017. Now, Thomas Williams didn't know about due diligence. Now, don't forget, this guy, Judge Naidu, Dr. Naidu, has been on Cosmic Voice multiple times, on radio shows. I'll put the links in. He's been on with Thomas Williams at least 3 times. And like I said, he's been in with Alan James on Open Your Mind show. And Kim has been involved in all of those shows, all of those groups. Again, the ground commander. Has she done her due diligence? No. Why would she why would you go into these groups if you know they're promoting scammers? Think about that for a little bit. Anyway, this has been going on for a while. We'll put another one up soon. But we'll put the links in this video. Also, there's some pictures that we've added as well, post me recording this. So you'll get to see more pictures and a little bit more information about what COLB is. Until the next video, thanks very much for watching, and please click like, subscribe and share, because we want people to know that, you know, Kim is linked to scammers. You look into it for yourself. We're not making it up now, are we? Take care. Bye-bye.